So Bruce Bowen was a color analyst for the Clippers, and he didn't get his contract renewed. He was only there for 1 year, I believe. He left the mothership, or he was one of those salary cap casualties at the mothership. He goes to the Clippers, and he has some things to say. Do you guys have the exact wording on what he had to say about Kawhi Leonard? I have the story somewhere here. I need a secretary. Can we hire a secretary on this side during the show? That'd be nice. Let me see.
Because the comments weren't all that crazy.
No, I don't think they were inflammatory, but I think that, the Clippers are so nervous about not getting a shot at Kawhi Leonard that, hey, we fired we fired Bruce Bowen or didn't bring him back because we wanted to get Kawhi Leonard. I mean, that's how it's presenting itself. Let me see if I got it.
He said, I think there's nothing but excuses going on, Bowen said. First, it was, I was misdiagnosed. And then he says, look here, you got $18 million this year, and you think that they're trying to rush you? You didn't play for the most part of a full season, and you're the go-to guy, you're the franchise, and you want to say that they don't have your best interests at heart. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. But to fire him, well, it says fired, but he just wasn't rehired. And he said this on Sirius XM radio back in June. It wasn't during a Clippers game, but I guess representing the Clippers. And so they decided they were going to fire Bruce Bowen. Do you think Kawhi Leonard goes, all right, now I'm going to the Clippers? Thank God you got rid of Bruce Bowen. Bowen is a former Spur, speaking on behalf of that organization, it felt like. This is a guy who's won championships. Was he saying what was true? Because it feels like that. And then all of a sudden, like Kawhi Leonard can't take that kind of criticism, or he wouldn't go to the Clippers because I don't want Kawhi Leonard if he's bothered by that.
Like somebody from Kawhi's camp called the Clippers and said, hey, if you have any chance of getting him next year, this kind of talk can't happen.
Now, in fairness to Kawhi's camp, we don't know that, but why would the Clippers not bring back Bruce Bowen? Like, is it just a coincidence? Because Bruce, I thought, did a good job at the mothership. Yeah, Paulie.
Press release the Clippers just put out, they hired Kawhi's uncle Ted to be the color commentator next year.
Well, that'll help. Yeah. That's going to help there. Yes, Fritzy.
Seems like a PR thing to show that they're playing how they stand by their players. That's a couple of columnists wrote something along those lines. It's not even just specifically their hopes in getting Kawhi Leonard, but it gives them a chance to show, hey, if anyone's going to talk about any future players or current players, we got your back kind of thing.
He's not even talking about the current players. He's talking about Kawhi Leonard only because he played for the Spurs and Kawhi Leonard did.
And then Bowen went on to say, not one time has Kawhi come out and said anything to the effect of, you know what, hey, I really enjoy being in San Antonio, or I can't stand what's going on here in San Antonio. Bowen had said, not one time has he had said anything.
Boy, that seems like a drastic move. It sounds like a desperate move on the Clippers' part.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, this story.
I think Bruce Bowen was just telling the truth there. You don't want that guy. So you want to hire a homer is what you want. Because Bruce Bowen, not during a game, but during just an interview, is saying this about Kawhi Leonard. Everybody had something to say about Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if Bruce Bowen has talked about other players in other franchises. Probably not. This is the one player. Now, does that mean when Kawhi gets to town and then Bruce Bowen is going to be critical of him? Probably won't. He would move forward with it about what Kawhi means for the Clippers. But if I don't want Kawhi Leonard if this is going to bother him. Did anybody in Toronto criticize Kawhi Leonard? I'm curious. Because if Kawhi finds out about that, see.
But we don't have any actual real idea that this did bother him. I mean, we don't even know that Kawhi Leonard even heard those comments.
But the fact that they would get rid of him.
Yeah, but that speaks to the Clippers, not to Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I know. I'm saying I hope that this didn't bother him. If it does, then I wouldn't want Kawhi Leonard. Get Bruce Bowen on the phone, Fritzy.
We are on the case.
All right, thank you. All right.
Maybe he had some thoughts on Patrick Beverley he wanted to get off his chest.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.